This is very cool. We've got Jules Hall with us in a blazer. And we're standing in the garden of the Royal Ocean Racing Club, and Jules is going to go and have dinner at the Royal Yacht Squadron next door. That's seriously posh. So, Jules, lovely to see you here, but you're actually not in your two-hander mode, are you? You're here to sail on David Griffith's Whisper.
Yeah, very exciting. So
Yeah.
the JV62.
Yep.
So there's 17 of us on board, so it's quite different to double-handed.
It certainly is. And I think 2 years ago, you and Clogs were sort of heading out there into some pretty heavy-duty stuff in the Fastnet.
Yeah, I tell you, it's really interesting. Like the program is very, very organised, and we've been out sailing the last 3 days. I think at this point last time, Clogs and I were still putting sort of bits of rope on the boat and attaching lee cloths. So, yeah, it's really shone a light on the level of organisation we didn't have last time.
Yeah, well, good news. What's your role on Whisper?
So I'm supporting Claire Costanzo, who's navigator.
Nav, yep,
so
yep.
bringing a bit of my experience from last race.
Okay.
And when I'm not doing that, I'm winding the handles.
Good, that's what we like to hear. So you've been doing a little bit of work since the boat's been here, sailing, quite a bit of sailing, haven't you? A few days?
Yeah, we've had really good training, actually.
Yeah.
So we've had 3 good training days, long days, getting out on the Solent, experiencing the course. It's been quite windy, which has been nice. It's sort of it's been starting gentle, then building. So we've had sort of 20, 25 knots in the afternoon.
Good.
So we went out through the Needles Channel yesterday, down past the Shingles Bank, which was a few breaking waves on there. So just, getting ourselves familiar with that.
Getting the nerves going from
That's
last
right.
time.
Yeah,
and
that's
you were
right. It was a
nearly
bit
blown
grey.
off the back of the boat.
There was a little bit of PTSD, but we got through it.
So how does it feel sailing on Whisper? I mean, when did you last do any sort of larger boat sailing?
Well, it's awesome. Like, it's an amazing boat.
Yeah.
So when you bear away and come off the wind, the acceleration is remarkable.
Fantastic, yeah.
And you're just sitting on 20 knots.
Yeah.
So I think I've done 23 knots down a wave, wind behind on the J99 for about 5 seconds. But we just sit on 20 knots, and it's magic.
Fantastic. Perhaps we can just go back to the sort of two-handing thing when you were here. I mean, that was fantastic to see an Australian double-hander in a race that's got so many double-handers. And you were talking at the time when we were in the Hamble about how do we sort of help more people get in over here and boat swapping and so on. What's your take on how that's going these days?
Well, we've got another 2 of the Aussie double-handers. So Rowan Wood and his partner over here, they're actually sailing 4 up.
Right.
With Deb Fish, who's Commodore O'Rourke on Bellino, Sunfast 3600. Right. So we've got 2 of them over.
Yeah.
But there's definitely talk amongst some of the other owners to come and consider doing the race.
Yep.
So I think the interest levels are increasing.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens next time.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, ideally, if you do boat swaps, then they can come our end, and it sort of helps pump up the whole thing, really, for the two-handers. It seems to be such a big thing these days.
Yeah, it's true. And we've had a couple come and do the Hobart. So we had an Irish team come across. They borrowed or chartered one of the Sunfast 3300s. Bought that same thing we did. Brought their sails across. I think there's rumour they might be coming back this year.
Fantastic.
We'll see what happens.
And what are you doing for the Hobart?
That's a difficult question, Crosby. We probably shouldn't ask that. We promised to take the kids for their first English Christmas, so I will be watching it on YouTube.
Very good. Well, we'll make sure you follow us when you're over there. You're backing up with Claire. What sort of preparation are you two doing now at the moment, and what do you see for the forecast for the Fastnet?
So the forecast consideration is this high pressure that's forming just sort of southwest of Ireland. The model, there's a bit of disparity in the models at the moment.
Right.
How that moves across, and there's a ridge coming out of that high pressure that's going to be really significant.
Yep.
And it's off the back of that ridge, there's a bit of compression, so it looks like there'll be some breeze for the middle of the fleet.
Yeah.
We will probably be ahead of that.
Right.
What we want to make sure is we've got enough breeze.
Yeah.
Going across the Irish Sea.
Yeah.
So we're watching that pretty closely.
Good. Well, all to be played for come Saturday. Thank you very much indeed. Enjoy your dinner in the squadron. I'll be interested to hear what you think of the squadron. I've never been in there, nor have you.
Nor have I. No, I'm very excited.
Very good. Thanks
good to
very
chat to you.
Thanks very much indeed, Jules.